you guys? Welcome. Wow, that was really fast. I'm gonna just repeat that. What is up, you guys? His tennis ball just went flying. 1 second. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this series because we are going to be talking about how to help you guys stay healthy and fit during the quarantine. Obviously, it's been happening for a decent amount of time now, but I want to help you guys out and make sure that you are maintaining that muscle mass and hitting those goals as much as you can during this time. So this is a super common question, and it's obviously for a good reason, and I want to talk about why you should or should not be dropping your calories. So first of all, instead of calories, let's look at it as if it's money. So let's say originally you were making about $2,000 a month and you had expenses of about $2,000 a month. Now let's say suddenly your income dropped down to, I don't know, $1,500 a month. Should you still be spending $2,000 a month if you're only making $1,500 a month? Probably not. Should you even be spending $2,000 a month if you're making $2,000 a month? Probably not, but you get the scenario. So basically, if you are spending $2,000 and you're only making $1,500, you're spending more than you're actually making, so that's not good. Same situation with your calories. So if you were burning previously somewhere around like 2,600 calories a day, but now you're only burning 2,300 calories a day, should you reflect that in your calories? Absolutely. First, you want to think about your goals. So before the whole quarantine happened, you might have had a goal to gain muscle mass or gain weight. Now that this is happening, you might have switched gears and now you're more focused on maintaining your weight. Maybe before this all happened, you had a goal of losing weight, and now that this is happening, you're really just focused on maintaining weight or maybe still losing weight. First, you just want to figure out what that main goal of yours is. Now, once you have that goal, I'm going to say a majority of you are probably just looking to maintain where you're at. Again, majority, I'm not saying everyone has to do that. And I'll talk about in another video, like who should be maintaining, who should be focusing on losing weight, etc. But let's say your main goal right now is to maintain your weight. That means that your activity, the amount of calories that you're burning in a day, should equal the amount of calories you're eating in a day. So before all this happened, if that was your equation, you gotta think about, okay, what was my activity like before quarantine? What was I doing? Maybe you were a college student, you were walking around on campus, you were going to, the dining hall, you were going out, whatever. You had a lot of activity in your life. If you're now just completely sedentary, you're not getting up from bed, you're not really doing much, then obviously your activity has slowed down a little bit, so your calories in should be decreasing as well. Maybe you had a desk job already and you're still just at a desk, you're still kind of doing the same amount of activity in a day that you did previously, then no, you shouldn't be dropping your calories because your calories out are still gonna be the same as they were before. Maybe you are somebody who had a desk job before, you were constantly sitting at a desk, constantly sedentary, but now that you're home, you're running around chasing after kids who are also home, or you're just doing a lot more things, a lot more active than you were before quarantine. In that scenario, you might actually wanna raise your calories a little bit. So that's why this answer is super hard, because honestly, it depends on the person, it depends on the scenario, and it depends on one, where you are now versus where you were before quarantine, and two, what your main goal is. So let's say, as a majority of people were probably more active before quarantine than they are now, and they're just focused on maintaining weight. In that scenario, if you were, kind of more in a maintenance level or gaining level, honestly, of calories, I would drop your calories anywhere from 200 to 500. Again, this depends on how high your calories were. If you really, really far in a bulk and you feel like you are just not nearly burning as much calories as you were before, as many calories as you were before, and you just feel like you're eating way too much, then maybe you want to drop down 500 calories. If you feel like you are just doing a little bit less activity, but you don't really feel like you're, severely overeating, then maybe just 200 calories is fine. Just play around with it, keep track of your weight, and if you see that your weight is completely maintained after you bring down your calories, then you know that you're at a maintenance level and you're good to go and you don't need to stress about it anymore. Just be cautious with how much you bring them down. It's better to bring them down slowly at a time rather than all at once, because you don't want to risk losing the muscle mass that you built before the quarantine happened. So if you don't think that you need to drop down 500 calories right away, don't do it. See if the 200 calories will be enough for you. See if 300 is, 400, etc. Basically, you want to be able to maintain your weight on the highest level of calories possible. So I hope this helped you guys out. I hope this, kind of explained the situation a little bit. Again, it is not a black and white situation. There's no good or bad. There's no yes or no. It really just depends on you and what you're going through. So I hope this helped out, and I will definitely have more videos about the quarantine and everything like that coming soon. Thank you guys for watching.